When I mention the word pollution, maybe several different images come to mind, such as the massive Valdez oil spill that occurred off the coast of Alaska. Or maybe even you've seen on the news pictures of the smog in California, or even heard some of the effects of acid rain. Now, if you don't live in Alaska or California, this may not be a big issue for you. However, if drastic measures aren't taken in our area, pollution can become a problem as well. This trash can is collected once a week, and if it's full of trash, 900 cubic feet of garbage goes to the landfill every year. And over a period of 11 and a half years, that could be a trash pile the size of this residence. And over a person's lifetime, it could be a trash pile 7 times the size of this residence. Reducing landfill waste is important, not only for us, but for future generations. I've been a homeowner in this county for the past 10 years, and I'm familiar with the trash collection procedures. I've also done some research on some of the harmful effects of landfills and some of the possible solutions to this problem. We contribute to unnecessary landfill usage every day, and there are certain things that we can do to prevent that and keep the earth as God intended, keep these harmful effects out of the landfill. I'll validate this statement by showing how we contribute to this every day, listing common examples of that. I'll also show some of the research that I've done and providing examples of how this can be harmful to the environment and to humans, and also show some examples of solutions to the problem. Which brings me to my first point. We contribute to unnecessary landfill usage every day. Think about when you go into the grocery stores to obtain food. The cashier may ask you if you want paper or plastic, but does it really matter if you're going to put both of them into the landfill? Or when you buy everyday products, there's a lot of packaging that surrounds these products. Usually that packaging ends up in the landfill. Now, recycling is an option, but it's difficult to do. There are not that many facilities, and there's also, it's difficult to do. People's always going to do what's easier. I've always found that if there's no consequences for doing the wrong thing, and it's easier to do, that's what people are going to do. Which brings me to my second point, that this is a world problem, the landfills and the hazards that they cause. Shaw, in his 2004 article, In Grief for the Reefs, the multinational Monitor magazine, states that scientists estimate a quarter of the world's coral reefs have already been lost. 60% of the coral reefs will be lost in the next 3 decades if something isn't done. He goes on to state that warming waters, offshore pollution, and landfill projects are the major cause of this. These are threats that increase every day. There's also a direct danger to humans. Bridges, and Potter, in a 2000 article in The Environmentalist, tell about 2 studies that have been conducted that link the closeness of landfill residents and the link between that and congenital malformations. This brings me to my third point, that we can keep the earth as God intended by nationally implementing some of these changes that I propose. Right in the Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, in the New King James Version states, "Then the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and to keep it." Goetz reported in 1989 in the Environment magazine a system which town residents in New Jersey implemented to buy stickers and place them on individual bags of trash that are left on the curb, and instead of paying a flat fee, which reduced the overall trash that went to the landfill by 25%. Another example by Goetz in 1988 in the Environment tells of a company that collected trash in Florida, and they actually sorted and removed the glass, metal, and nutrient-rich soil or product from that, and they sold it for a profit. Another solution can be found in a 2002 article titled "Beating Waste," found in The Ecologist. It's a zero waste policy which urges companies to design products to be recycled rather than thrown into the landfill or incinerators. Now it's time to wrap things up. We can easily see how everyday activities contribute to the landfill issue. If we continue to send unnecessary items to the landfill, the problem will only get worse. The dangers to all inhabitants of the earth will grow daily. We need to keep and tend the earth as God created it. That's how He intended for us to keep it. There are several solutions to this problem that we can all contribute to. We can begin today by recycling items to keep them out of the landfill and by voicing our opinions to state and local governments, suggesting implementation of some of the proposed solutions we've seen today. Remember the example of the terrible oil spill in Alaska. It's just one isolated example of accidental pollution. But our daily activities can cause much more harm in the long run than that single event ever did. The effects of the oil spill have decreased. But landfill waste is a problem that will continue to grow unless we all get involved. Thank you.